Doom, doom, da.
You can hear me. I want to make sure because I was told today I wasn't loud enough.
So it's Friday. Friday. We missed yesterday. That's cool.
Are we doing this?
It's a. So this, Manny.
There we go.
This. Oh, okay, I was gonna say there's this one on the side. We'll keep it from.
You know
sliding.
what's cute? Ours has to point down. Manny's has to point up. What's going on here?
Well, to be fair. Okay.
I was trying to different.
His
Yeah,
is
he
on a
was trying
lower
something different.
surface.
yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
All right.
All right, we're
So,
doing this.
We're doing it.
Do you guys know what breakbeats is?
No.
It's like a version of house.
Okay. Still don't know what we're talking
Oh,
about.
okay. Manny, you don't
No.
listen to techno,
Oh yeah. But-
EDM,
Yeah, EDM
or whatever
or house.
How do you listen to EDM, dude?
It's fun.
with like this.
You can't even
Yeah.
listen to that. You're like, oh, I love this part right here that goes on for 17 minutes.
Nah.
This is my favorite
Well, I mean,
part.
a
Yeah.
good house song will go for 7.
You haven't been to
Or
a
6.
concert?
An EDM concert?
Yeah.
Yeah, like rave or
All right,
something.
This
or-
summer we're going.
This summer we are not going. If you're saying the
No,
fall, I might go in the fall where it sounds
like
way cooler.
This summer we're throwing one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Forget it. We don't have to go
I
anywhere.
do
We'll
know
just-
a DJ.
Bro, we're all DJs inside. We've all played music at one time or another. We could just put on Fit
Yep.
Radio.
They're pretty fun.
I can't wait to throw a Call Me Maybe on that.
I'm like
That's my
I'm
jam.
I'm the best hype man. I've been a DJ, but like I'm a better like guy who stands next to the DJ and does this.
The hype man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whiskey.
Yeah. You're the whiskey's the hype man.
Best hype
dog.
man in the
Hype
best
dog.
hype dog in the business.
Best hype dog.
Hey, what's up, dog? You're he moved a bow or a table. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Somebody moved something. That's all I know.
Trivia.
Wait, what are we doing?
So, I guess breakbeats isn't so house. No,
Wait,
no,
no.
house?
Wait,
Yeah. You know what's funny is that I like to play EDM and work
But
out to it.
Oh,
But I could tell Romero likes hip hop.
yep.
So then I'll mix it up, I'll try.
Throw some hip hop in there with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it's like the beat is up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
People's
we raise the heart
yeah.
rate.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I like to throw on love songs.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Have you seen me when I do it?
Always.
I'm all like,
No, we don't really see it. We hear
Yeah,
it
we
in
hear
class.
from the other room. We're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is he playing?
I
this-
literally go, I'm going to bring this hard, man, with some hard metal. And then it's like Phil Collins.
Yeah, and then what I hear is like, Manny, can you get the ox? Sorry.
Man, is all I can.
can do.
Man, he does that thing where he just doesn't talk.
Yeah.
He just looks.
I'd rather not do it anyway. It's less to
Right.
think about.
Yeah. Why do extra work?
Yeah. And sometimes when I'm on this main room, I'll higher the volume, lower the volume.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll slightly higher it, and it goes
Yeah.
all the way up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, my freaking ears! I feel
Yeah.
bad for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
always start low and then work my way up.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the new Bluetooth one kind of sucks because you turn it up and it hits
Every
the full
time you
volume
hit the full volume, it
and it goes
drops.
ding, ding,
Oh.
drops, and then it cranks. And I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God. Yeah.
That's probably what happened. Because you're like kind of turning it up and it's not working because it feels like it's going too slow, but
Yeah.
then it hits and it cuts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you're like, why didn't it turn up? And then it full volume every time. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Well,
Do you guys have a hot track this week? It's Friday, so was there something that you played extra? You always play
this-
mixes, so you
this
don't really.
week.
yeah, I always play mixes, but I do have a song that
What were you listening
what
to
was
this
it?
week?
I think it's called Penthouse.
Penthouse
Yeah.
by.
Russ.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you like Russ.
Yeah, it's good.
I've been
His-
listening to that Mexican OT.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's from Texas.
that's
He was
his,
on
that's
a-
his name.
That's his name. That Mexican OT.
Ah, okay.
He's
I
part
guess I'm
of.
going to have to change to what I call Manny now because somebody else has it.
I think he's part of the Swisha House crew. You know, where Paul Wall and MJGs, those kinds of people. Texas.
Nice.
I came in playing.
He was like, yeah, baby. Out of baby. I was out of the house, baby.
Oh, that
You know,
roll.
stuff like
That
this.
roll is terrible. By
It's a
him.
thing. It's a Texas roll.
Is that
I
how
think.
you roll that thing?
No.
You got those
Yeah.
Ooh. Is that what it sounds like? Can you do that?
Oh, he likes
What
it.
the? I came in the other day and I was
ASMR.
like, I have to find the worst, best song to drop the entire soul of the room to the floor. And so I played Richard Marx.
Oh,
Yeah.
but nothing
here,
popular.
Right here waiting
no,
for you. Yeah.
The biggest,
It just so dropped and everybody's like, what?
they're waiting for you
So
to
good.
change it.
But then
It's like,
some
it's not
people
gonna
will,
happen.
then people will start singing it. And that's when I'm like, I know I hit the right song there. When the soul is gone.
Oceans apart.
Oh yeah. That was not bad, James. Not bad at all.
That's a good
I
mental
used
thing.
to. I think I played that. On the that was one of the first things I learned on the piano. Boom, 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 bing, 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 boom, boom.
I'm sure that sounded exactly like that song too, didn't it? Like when I tell my kids, I'm like, hey, check this out. I'm going to play this song on guitar. It's not the actual rhythm, probably not all the chords. There's nothing right about it all. And then when I start singing it, they're like, now I really don't know what this song is. Like, thank you.
It's my rendition.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to continue to ruin all songs for you. Check this out. So today I was with my son. He's been going and lifting weights with me in the morning now, which is cool. We were lifting weights and I had sent a video last night, I think, or early this morning of Adrian Peterson, you know, the running back.
Yeah.
Of Adrian Peterson, like, I guess he was playing cards, poker, I think, I don't know. And he got in a fight with this guy. And so Adrian Peterson is charging this guy, throwing punches. And the other guy looks way better than him.
Yeah.
Like he's connecting with more punches. He just looks better. And my son this morning was like, Dad, Adrian Peterson looked like he got his ass kicked. I go, right. He goes, but he kept coming at him. I go, yeah. He goes, huh, why is that? I go, dudes think they're tough, but they're not tough sometimes. Like that is, right? You know this.
There was a lot of celebrity boxing back.
Yeah.
I mean, it still kind of is. And one of those, it was like when Logan Paul or Jake Paul or whichever stupid Paul boxes.
Was it RuPaul?
Yeah.
RuPaul.
RuPaul.
Okay.
So like he was, I don't know what he was doing, but it was like a celebrity card, and one of the boxers, it was like, it might have been an influencer versus a football player, or I don't know what it was, but football players make the worst boxers.
Yeah.
They're just not coordinated like that.
Well, they got all that muscle,
It's a
too.
different skill set.
Different skills. I mean, that's the thing about fighting. I think you walk into a fighting gym and the dude who looks like he's going to fucking kill it on your taxes, that's the dude who's going to fuck you up.
I was like, I
Right?
thought you were going to say the dude who looks like he could kill it at the buffet
Dude,
and
straight
still
up
beat
though.
the shit out of somebody.
Absolutely, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes the most jacked up dude, the guy who looks like he's the most athletic, is not the toughest dude. Yeah, like, but it's so true. Like when I came here, it was like 12 years ago now, and I came in and I was like out there decently tough, right? Decently beating dudes up on the street, and I was like, I'm a
Well, you also were looked like
I'm a troublemaker.
What's his name from the Goonies? You were
Sloth?
big. You were big, man.
Yeah, I was huge. I was 260. I was 260.
so
so-
you-
Like,
you used to
face
you used to
aside.
get in fights out there. So you had some experience.
Yeah, yeah. And then so I came in here, and then I'd taken grit, and it was like spar with us, and I was like,
Yeah, that's what he said to me. I was
yes.
telling
I
that
was
guy
like,
earlier.
yes.
Okay.
No, and
I think that's what you said to me.
probably.
You were like, spar with us.
Yeah.
I kept looking.
And then people come to class and say, so what's the curriculum? And we're like, oh, what's curriculum?
Yeah.
And then we just start fighting. And I was like, what is this class? And everybody's like, Fight Club. It's just a fight class.
We just called it Fight Club.
Literally no rules, just fighting, right?
Sometimes there were rules, but like it was usually the rule is there's 2 people who are going to fight you now.
Yeah.
So defend yourself.
Or you can kick, but you can punch. You
Yeah.
can throat kick. You can do whatever you want, but you're only kicking and you're only punching. I was like, this seems reasonable.
My favorite drill was a firefighter. What's his name? Rye, a rye drill. So we were all in a circle. Oh, sorry, I called him over. Whiskey, go. So he had us all in a circle, and it was 1 against 1. And if he felt like it, he would add a second person. But if you also went, actually, it was. What would they do? They would throw a second person in, let you fight for like 15 seconds, and then pull the first
out
guy
and
out.
then send another one.
So he would do that, but if you left the circle, he would add more people.
Oh, yeah.
I probably told this story like a dozen times, but I stacked up 4 and I just started taking them out one by one.
Yeah.
Because that was when and with the overhand, I was rocking these kids because like I don't know why they were in that class. I was like, I'll take this class because these are all new people. The killers, those brothers.
Yeah,
redhead brothers,
Scott and Sam.
Oh my God, those guys were killer.
Dude, Scott was like 6'5", like 6'6".
And when he finally learned what he was doing, and he would just punch down on our heads.
Yeah.
I was like, this is, and then I had to take him down just to get him.
And his little brother was 6'2" or something.
Yeah.
Dude, they were twins. That was rough. But then, like, I came in thinking I was tough.
Yeah, every time.
And then I just got beat up every day. And every, like, Thursday, I'd wake up and feel like, my God. Like, I don't drink, but it felt like I was on a bender all week. And then I'd recover. And then Saturday would come after the Friday class, and I felt like that again. And I was like, that's when you get that level of respect for someone who's tough but doesn't do anything about it. When you meet someone who's a badass and they're not getting in fights, you're like, you are a true badass because you're not even, you could kill everybody in the room and you're not killing anyone. Right, Manny. That's Manny right there.
You know he has the ability, but he just never does. He's always so fucking nice.
Yeah, he's not even awake.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Did you ever come in with attitude? Did you ever come in like when you first started training, be like, or were you modest?
No. So before I started in 2012, I had recently gone to Fresno.
Turn that.
I recently got. I recently.
Jesus Christ.
So I started 2012, right? January 1st and or January 2nd, whatever. And then in December before that, I went to my cousin. He didn't have a gym at the time, but he was training at a gym.
Was this the one that with the
in Visalia?
In
Visalia, yeah. And so I did a jiu-jitsu class, and I remember I just got into town, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do the class with you." Did the class, and I was just basically defending myself the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Like this.
That's what I did.
100%.
That's what I did. That's what I did.
I'm like 30 years into my career, and I'm still defending myself.
And I wasn't even doing anything crazy, bro. And I freaking threw up after the class.
Nice.
I threw up, and then I was like, that's when reality hit me, and I was like, never again, bro. Like, I'm never gonna feel like that.
Yeah.
Right. So then, and then I showed up here, and that checked my ego before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're smarter than guys like us, though. Like you check that ego early. Like for me, I mean, I'm like 40 something still with the ego, and then now it's different. Now it's different because I've been beat up by people significantly smaller than me now. A lot like it's the whole ego is definitely different now. But like maybe someday his will get in check.
I'm almost there.
He's almost there.
No, I mean, but there's different circumstances. Sometimes things happen, and you know what I'm saying? Like, the ego wants to come back, and then you got to get checked. So, like...
Yeah, I think, like, for me, the hardest part isn't here. In here, I understand I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
And when I'm training with someone, if I go to... Like, oftentimes, I mean, you guys know the drill. If you hit someone that looks like it hurt, like with the leg kick, I'm like, is that cool? Is that okay? No, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they're like, oh, it hurt. I'm like, oh, sorry. I'm going to go a little lighter. And if they're hitting me and it doesn't like hurt at all, I'll be like, you can go a little, I'm not being super ego. I'm like, you can give me a little more so that they can work their power a little bit. Right. But man, when I get out there, When I get on the street and someone pops off, I'm like, "You mother."
Yeah, let's go.
I go, "Huh, you've seen me get worked up. I've seen you get worked up, but like out there, I'm like totally different vibe. I imagine you never get in fights on the street. You're chill as hell, aren't you?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, because I'm so used to just killing the Tide Pads and like
Yeah, this is where he gets it out on the bag, the heavy
so,
bag.
Like,
and
when
the
I'm
pads.
out there, it's like, dude,
He knows the consequences are.
like,
He sounds so healthy.
I'm not.
He sounds so healthy.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst. I hate
We're
guys
like
you.
ebony and ivory over
Oh my
here.
god, yeah.
It's just like at that point, man, it's not even worth it, man.
Oh
Like,
god, I love him. I love him.
but I've been on the other side, where
lie.
I'm
Quit
not
lying.
training as hard,
Oh,
and then an incident would happen, and I did pop off. And I
Well.
remember one time. It's probably like 2021 or something, and I was with Gabe,
Mhm.
our guest that we just had last week, and it was the end of the night, and then we were just like driving by this. It was like two guys, two girls. We're just joking around. I said something right.
Here we go.
Yeah. And then I forget what happened, but one of the guys like touched the car and like slapped the car or something, and then
unnecessary is what it was.
And then I don't know what got into me, but I popped off and I was like, pull the car over, and I ran out there and I was like, I'm gonna slap you like a bitch you are, and because he slapped the car, I was like,
Oh,
man, I don't know why I got. So
Can you
mad.
see this happening at all? Like,
But I'm
Love it.
saying like I wasn't training like where
right.
I got it all
Right.
out,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
actually a good point.
That is a good
because
point.
I almost had an incident the other day, and I clearly would contribute because I haven't. My work has been messed up this last week,
Yeah.
and this just happened like a couple days ago, and I'm like,
Mhm.
now that you just said that, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to punch anything or anyone.
Yeah.
Or realistically do. Today was the first time I worked out in like a week.
Yeah, that couldn't.
Well,
I
since-
couldn't do that. That would suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking jujitsu, man.
Since
I
you went
hate
with
that.
us.
It's still.
I tried to kill James.
Yeah.
But like it was like nothing for me to just fight people off. But now a week later, I'm
Yeah.
still sore.
Yeah.
Like they were really fighting. I was like,
Yeah.
I was
I was
chill.
all nonchalant
I was
about it,
pretty
but
chill.
for some reason, like Ilya was really
Ilya
trying
was
to hit that
crazy.
arm bar.
You didn't see
and-
his ears.
And like these guys, they kept trying to hit this thing, and I'm like, I don't know why this isn't hurting or anything, but it's been hurting ever since.
I found out what we were doing wrong though, and
I
I put
bet
it on
you did.
James, and James was like, "Okay, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out."
Yeah,
He's like,
yep. It took the whole time until the end, and then we started doing freestyle stuff, and that's when I.
dude, Ilya's ears,
Hmm.
they're so jacked up from that. So he trained on Friday, no gi,
Mhm.
and then Saturday he was with us, and Saturday he was fine, and then Sunday he goes. Saturday night he texts me and goes, "My ears are all messed up. Must be from Friday." I go, "What do you mean
shit!
Friday?
He
You
got
look."
he
I
got
go, "You
that.
looked fine today." He's
Did
like,
you get
"No,
that?
dude, yeah, cauliflower." But then I go, "Send me a picture," and he had like ice on it, and I was like, well, whatever. So then Sunday he came in, and dude, that ear was sticking out, and it was so thick, and the other one was too. And he goes, "Don't touch it," and I was like, "How did that happen?" He goes, "I think it's from Friday." I go, "It didn't look like that on Saturday. That is from Saturday." And so it's funny. 'cause
Wait, you guys went to the gym after?
no,
here?
it was with you guys when the three of us were together. When it was with Ann.
Well, you guys kept rolling. After
I didn't
that.
have, yeah, but I didn't do. We did.
What is that from?
I think. Did you have him in a headlock at all? I think.
No, he was trying to get me in a headlock.
So what happened? Like, we just went over talking about this at my jiu-jitsu school. They just went over this. They say
What is it?
they were saying don't pull out of a headlock. Open the headlock or don't allow it to get closed. Don't pull your head out because ears are like hooks, right? If you get below those ears, you're hooking your ears. As you pull out, your ears may collapse to pull your head out, but the trauma to your ears will hurt. So what I assumed was, I didn't know if you got him in a headlock and he pulled out, or I could have, but not even.
I don't remember getting him in a headlock. We weren't doing.
I'm going to
headlocks.
guarantee I probably did a headlock on him,
Yeah,
but I
thought
don't remember
we weren't doing headlocks.
I don't remember
we were
him
doing like
pulling out.
American. No,
Yeah, Yeah, we did Americana and Kimura. Yeah, Kimura.
Kimuras.
And so I think if I may have had him in a headlock and he pulled out of it. And
Well, you guys were rolling afterwards,
yeah,
right?
we were
Wasn't
doing
that
technique. We weren't
Oh.
really rolling. And so I think that's what happened to his ears. But man, those things the next day, I was like,
something? Bummer.
so he had to get them drained before he went on vacation. So he went on vacation, got them drained, and now he needs to recover for a couple weeks. But
Oh, so that's what causes the cauliflower.
yeah, it's
So
just trauma.
just grinding over
Yeah,
it with like
you're
knuckles
crushing
or
that
like
cartilage, and blood pools up in there. And
his head might have been flat against the mat also,
I
like
don't-
just
yeah.
crushed against
I
the
think
mat.
he pulled out of a headlock is what happened. That's what it looks like.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was like, he's all, well, at least nobody will mess with me on the street. And I was
This
like, well,
is why I don't do that stuff.
yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
you know what he can do is get those wrestling hats.
Yeah, they also have magnets you put on that supposedly reduces the swelling, but I'm like, or you
You
can just
mean
not
one
pull out a
on-
headlock.
Yeah, I was
Do you
gonna
mean
say.
one on each side of the ear?
Yeah.
Have it crush
Dude,
the.
yeah, exactly.
That's hardcore.
We should get him to wear a whole magnet just covering his whole
I have
head.
one in my car, bro. I have one of those, you know, the ones that you throw over the bridge
Oh, yeah,
and pick up bicycles and shit. I bought one.
We should get him to do it. We should put a
Hey.
bicycle on one time.
Yeah.
So like 3 weeks ago, I was pulling out of my driveway, and I live downtown, and it's now closed off. It's a one-way. It's just
Your street is now one way?
It's, right now, it's one way.
Is
It's
it-
utter chaos?
Did they take down the
Well,
corner building yet?
No,
or-
so that corner building's there, but they're building this big ass building
Yeah.
across the street, right? And so it's just so much
That
construction.
corner one is still there. That
Yeah,
is it
they
like a
didn't
pizza
sell it,
place
dude.
or
They
a
did not-
bar?
They did not sell it. Just sitting there doing nothing. And so we should start a gym.
Is
No.
it open? They
No,
closed
it's
it?
been closed since COVID. Yeah, so it's just sitting there doing nothing. But I'm
I'm surprised
pulling.
you haven't bought that property or something.
Well, I don't, what am I?
What are you going to do with it?
What am I gonna do?
Open up a food
Open
truck.
up, open up, open up a
Grilled
meth,
cheese.
meth lab. Meth lab. It's already there. So I pull my car out, and I'm moving because you live downtown. Anybody who lives downtown or lives
Yeah.
in the city will know the moves. I pull my car out. I pull the other car from the parking spot. I'm moving. I'm, playing musical chairs with the cars because I need a spot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to pull out and just leave it, right? Because then, so I got to move the other car. This car comes up behind me and starts laying on its horn. I'm like, dude, I'm trying here, man. Like, I'm just trying to move the car. And he's just laying on the horn. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I pull up to the corner, right? And then he pulls up next to me on the right side of me and then gets in front of me. So I can't go straight. I can't move because in one way it's only one lane really, and he kind of turned this half lane into a lane. And then he gets out and goes, "You want some of this?" He's like, you motherfucker. And I was like, this guy. And
No,
already,
this shit happens to him. I don't know. You know how he's talking calm right now?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine him this calm
No.
in that situation.
First-
In his head he's hoping it will happen.
First, I'm not gonna.
I know
I'm
that.
Not gonna lie, bro.
I know that.
But first, I'm chilled. I'm like, oh man, because I was trying to get here. And I was like, this motherfucker. And I was like, dude. All right. And I rolled down my window. I go, what's up? He's all, fuck you. And I was like, what? He goes, fuck you, man. Get out of the car. He's like, well, fuck this. So I get out of the car.
Of course he's
and
gonna
I'm
get
like,
out of the
and
car.
I'm like, what's up, motherfucker? And he's like, I'm all about this. I'm all about this. I'm all about fighting you. I go, I don't give a fuck. And I'm thinking, this guy doesn't even know what he's doing, right?
No, he's
doesn't
thinking
even know what he's doing.
yes.
Yeah,
He's
100%.
thinking, fuck yes.
100%. I'm gonna fuck this
He's
guy.
like, finally.
And he's 10 feet in front of me.
We've been training for this for 12 years.
I've been training for this since the last fight 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, I'm gonna kick this guy's fucking ass. And so I'm like, I'm ready to kick his ass. And I was like, fuck it. And then the door opens of his truck, and another dude gets out. I'm like,
They're gonna jump you.
all right, I got to fight two dudes.
And
Whatever.
that's what he thinks. He's not like, okay, de-escalate. He's like, all right, 2 against 1. Now it's a little bit more
I've
fair.
done this before.
Now it's a little bit more fair.
I'm
That's what
taking
he's
my
thinking.
glasses off. I take my hoodie off because I'm like, I can't have a hoodie on. That's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
give me, hoodie is like the kiss of death in a fight. So I take that off. And I'm like,
You should have thought to take it off to throw it
Oh,
at
yeah,
one
yeah.
next time.
so
next time.
he's 8 feet in front of me, and I'm like, all right, I got some distance. I got to close to get him.
yeah.
And right as I start picking my hands up, I go, "This is what you want, man?" And he's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Fuck it." And then a car pulls up behind me, and I hear a guy go, "Fight, fight. And he's hanging out the window
Of
with
course, world star.
his phone. And he's all, do
James
it.
pulled up.
Do it. James and Manny. Manny's all, touch my car, motherfucker. I'll slap you like a bitch. So he's got his camera out, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm looking at it. And then like reality hits. And I'm like, well, this guy's going to post this online.
Yep.
I can't-
where's
I
Coach
can't-
Shayne? What's Coach Shayne up to?
I can't be starting a fight, right? Because I'm gonna start it because this guy's just popping off. Right?
Yeah.
So if anything happens, it's me starting this fight. I'm like,
Yup.
oh man, if I'm gonna start this fight, then I'd look and think, what if I blow this guy's knee out? He hits his head,
Yup.
fucking dies.
Because that's what you want to do.
Right.
I
Well,
want to blow
this
his
guy.
knee out.
It's like it's like you're 14 years old
Mhm.
and you got your girlfriend that you don't deserve. She's too hot. So this guy pulls up and I'm like, oh man, now all of a sudden I'm starting to look at this whole situation different. I'm like, if I drop this guy on the ground, his head hits there, I'm gonna kill him. I'm in trouble. I gotta kill this dude too. And then what if
No
one
witnesses.
of them, what if one of them wants to stab me and then I gotta try and take a knife away? Like, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, listen, bro, you really want to do this? He's like, I'm all about this. I go, what, why are you freaking out on me, man? I didn't think to ask that before any of this, by the way. And he's all, I'm trying to get to work and you made me late. And I go, well, you just made yourself way later, dude. He's like, I don't give a shit. And I was like, oh yeah. And I look back and this guy's all, come on, you guys fight. And I was like, you want to do this or what? And the guy's all, that's what I thought. And so he tells his buddy, get in the car. They get in the car and they drive off. And then I was like, I get in my car and the guy behind me is like, oh, damn, putting his phone away. And I was like, man, I just made the right decision, but it feels so bad. I was like, I should have just fucked that guy up.
To make up for it, you should have fucked up the guy with the
I
camera.
should have. I
You know what, bitch?
record this, bitch. I'll slap you like a bitch. Is that what it was? But I was like, what
That's
happened?
awesome.
What happened to me?
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened to me? But
That's called growth, I guess.
yeah, it was the right
I guess.
decision. But afterwards, I was so mad at myself that I didn't just beat that dude up. And I was like, I mean, it was the right decision.
Well, you could always come in here and beat somebody else
Right.
up.
I can always look for him.
Yeah.
I could just go beat someone else up on the street.
Talk to the guy. Hey, you got that on footage. I need his license plate
Yeah.
number so I can find him again.
I'm sure it'll happen again. Moving all those cars.
Well,
Just
I've
stay
got,
on the,
I've got a story I can't tell you about because I got into an altercation
Jesus Christ.
2 weeks ago, but the police are involved. So this is going to have to remain
We'll
somewhat,
wait and hear the
somewhat
aftermath
silent.
later.
You know what's funny is I envisioned Shayne waking up, right? He's like, man, I hope I don't get into some shit today. and then he walks out the door. He's like, but if I did get into some shit, I'd do this and this and this.
I wake up and I'm like, man, I don't want to get into shit. I open up the door and I'm like, what motherfucker?
Yeah.
out here? Like looking immediately.
He's holding a stick. Let me stand in front of him.
Dude, James went to a show a long time ago in San Francisco, years ago. Was this before COVID when we went? I took you to see that punk band.
Oh, dude,
What
that
was that?
was
Was
my
that before
favorite time.
COVID?
Yeah,
So it was before
because
COVID.
there was still like gangs of people. Like,
Oh
they
yeah,
were
gangs. I mean, this place had
It
no
was
windows.
crowded.
It was crowded.
gross.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
the singer's like missing all of his teeth, and it was a crazy show. It was Get Dead, by the way.
It was cool.
I can get some free merchandise.
It was
Get
cool.
Dead.
Get dead.
Hey,
Good job.
So James went with me,
Mhm.
and there's
First time I've ever really been to
Like a
a
punk show.
A punk show. Like I've been, but like nobody's ever brought me up to the front
Yeah.
the way he did,
Yeah.
and it was crazy.
well, and dudes are throwing arms
they
and everything.
they
You know,
start doing their thing.
James is like, I'm gonna fuck someone up. I go, no.
I just
no,
kept
no, no, no.
thinking. I kept thinking. I
Yeah,
was like,
James just had this switch, and
I
he's
was
like, the whole
"Man,
time he's
this
like,
is so
this-
cool. I just started fucking
He's like,
feeling
look
it.
at this motherfucker. Like,
and
I'm
and the guy
no.
kept getting pushed
Yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
kept coming back, and all this guy did, he just put his fucking hand up like the Hulk or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I just was holding
not,
back.
like
I was using the
Gandalf.
force. I was using
None shall pass. And this guy flew into us, and Shayne just like stopped him with a stiff arm.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, that was. And then I was like, I want to do that too. Because once he grabbed him, he stopped him, he received him like an egg, and then he fucking chucked him back into the
Right, exactly. That's
like
exactly.
he was just
that's
nice,
the move. That's the move.
so nice coming in,
Yeah.
and then just shove him.
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck
the
back
move.
in.
That's
I was
the-
like, yeah, I want to do.
Oh,
it.
James was like just one. He's like, I'm gonna fuck someone up.
And
I go, no, it's not.
Never
like
had
that.
one opportunity to do any of that, but
Yeah,
it was.
he was like, I want to get in there. You know when you watch the videos on Instagram,
got a lot
kids
of talk.
swinging and kicking in the air. That was what James wanted to do. And I was like, this is gonna go bad. But then it didn't. It didn't. At all.
It's easy for me to hear that stupid voice that
Yeah.
don't do it. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's
I'm
hard.
always like, I know.
You need to hear that voice when you're just having a normal conversation with
Yeah,
a person.
yeah, that- no.
Right, Manny?
Only when it's really bad. Like it doesn't. If it's not really bad, then it's not.
James will say the most real shit that anybody can say, and you're gonna want to cry afterwards.
Bad. It's not real. It's just unedited. I guess
It's unedited.
I don't
My
know.
kids, when James would come over
Unadulterated.
and they were little, my youngest one, especially Max, was little because James's kid and my kid's the same age. And when he'd come over, Max would be like, "This is gonna be good," and I was like, "Yeah," because James would be like, "These people are dumb shits,"
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like saying super offensive.
He would
shit.
always be like, "Hey, man."
And there would be other families like would come. Remember?
Oh,
Mike,
dude,
would
there
come
was
over.
we used to hang out with normal. I thought they were pretty.
They were pretty normal.
people.
Yeah, they were pretty normal. And
Like he had glasses. They
Oh,
lived
yeah.
in a nice house.
He's all they had glasses. They had all their fingers.
The
They
guy
lived
was,
in a
like,
house.
Fucking normal. Like
They ate
he
sandwiches.
looked. I
like,
think he worked for Nvidia or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Something like that too, yeah. And then James would come over and just be like, "Oh,
Oh, fucking shit. And
you know what's the craziest thing about chicks?"
you
And
know-
I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then the mom's like grabbing the ears of the kids.
At
was so
least
good.
it wasn't like.
I loved it too because my
50s
kids were
style.
like, the best part about James is your grandma can be in the room and he's gonna say the same shit that he'll say to if all of his homies are in the room. And I was like, that's the best part. The worst part.
I've kind of gotten better at it. I think a little better.
Yeah. Did he get better at it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think
Not when I'm around you guys.
When we're-
I take care of old people
when James walks into a class, like we were just talking, and he'll be like, "Oh,
It's really our favorite time, honestly.
is.
Like,
That's a
because
good
when I'm not
time, huh?
around, it's just boring.
Yeah.
That's why I remember because he'll tell me, he's like, dude, when you're not around, I get
So
so bored. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I get it. Because when I'm not here hanging out with you, I'm bored too.
yeah,
I'm like, it's usually because I'm working anyways. And that's boring.
yeah." Well, it's rough when you got the coaches that you can't like joke.
Yeah,
around.
joke
Like,
with
they're
because
I mean, they're
they're
all cool, right? Everybody's cool, but it's just the vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the vibe because we always do it. And
We're born in a
Manny will
different
say some
time.
messed up shit too, but pretends like he didn't say it. Manny's like that summer girlfriend that you hooked up with, but when school starts, she acts like she doesn't know you. But on like Tuesday nights when her mom's at work, then she knows you again. That's Manny. I'd be like,
Wanna come over?
Can I tell her about this? I'm like, ooh, no. Huh. Always.
All right. So, nice. Good one.
Yeah.
You got anything to close on?
Mm.
We got stuff coming up on the
Yeah.
19th of
19th,
next
yeah.
month. If you guys are in town or if you're in our listening periphery, July 19th, we're having just a
Fight night.
potluck,
Potluck,
potluck
yeah.
and a get together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hang
We
out.
might be
Edit that
watching some stuff, but
some old stuff.
yeah, some old stuff.
We're gonna watch The Sound of Music.
The Hills
Maybe-
Are Alive.
Maybe we'll play some E EDM.
Oh dang.
So come for July 19th. It's going to either be a rave or a rave and a potluck. So
What time we starting?
you know what? I think we're going to go a little early on that day. It's a Saturday. We're going to
Like
do
5?
like 4 o'clock.
4.
Starting at 4. Okay.
But everybody's probably going to show up around 5 because that's usually what happens.
Not only is it a potluck, but you need to bring a chair.
Yeah,
Because we run
so
out of
bring a
chairs.
chair, just something to sit on.
And wait.
Bring some food, bring something to drink, bring a friend, or just bring yourself if that's.
Tickles. Right.
All right. So if you're not doing anything, remember the conversation?
I don't even know what the hell we're talking about now. I just lost.
Yeah,
my
I know.
train
Me
of
too.
thought.
Oh.
So we're just gonna end at that. July
19th,
19th,
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Just come between 4 and 5. I'm
Yeah.
sure no one will be there.
Bring a
at
chair,
4.
bring food.
Bring something to drink, bring a friend, or just bring yourself. If you don't have any friends or food or a chair, bring yourself. We will accept anything.
You know who we're talking to.
So there's a couple of dates for you guys coming up. We have fights
July 6th.
July
July
6th.
6th.
So if you're in the vicinity and you hear this before, it's not going to go out, but
Fight start at 12, July 6th.
check it out.
So
And
that's a
then-
Sunday, right?
It's a Sunday. South San Jose.
South San Jose.
And then 4th of July.
We're closed on the 4th of July. I'm sure we'll do a
Are
thing.
we going to do a thing?
Of course, we always do.
We're going to be closed, but we're going to do a thing.
Okay.
We don't know what that thing is.
There you go.
Do that for 17 minutes, you guys.
Ah.